the perfect video for you. So it's called Exploring the Last Untouched Roman Ruins. Wow. Now, I have an idea of what city he's talking about, if it is a city, but we'll see. We'll watch it together. This is from a channel called Stonework Stories, and I believe this is their first video ever, which means that like they have published 3 videos up to this. It's a very new channel, but I really like the topic. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Nobody builds big cities high in the mountains. They do provide a lot of protection, acting as a natural fortress.
Termesos. Yep, if I'm pronouncing it correct. I don't know if it's Termesos or Termesos. Termesos. I haven't got a clue. Anyways, yes, that's the town I was thinking about. I won't give you context right now because I imagine he will. If he doesn't, then I will.
But you have to climb up and down all the time. So castles do exist in the mountains, small villages, but no one really builds anything large up here. Except for one people of Solims, who apparently valued defense higher than anything else.
Yeah, so the Somni people that he's mentioning are an ancient people of Asia Minor, for context, and basically we are in Turkey, let's put it this way. I'll give you a few period references in a moment, but this people is actually mentioning ancient Greek literature as well, specifically in the Iliad, if I'm not wrong, hence Homer.
Was already a prominent city here in the times of Alexander the Great.
Yeah, they got incorporated.
Later, they were integrated into the Roman Empire, and those were really prosperous times. The population of the city might have been more than 10,000 people.
10,000 people in classical antiquity is insane. Now, since he says later, to give you specific context, it's at the end of the 2nd century that they go under imperial Roman rule.
But they still continue to live up here in the mountains rather than down in the valley.
I'm going to read that. This road is a bit challenging even nowadays. The last part is inaccessible for cars. You need to walk. Well, I do need to walk. I need to lose a little bit of that pasta belly.
Till a catastrophic earthquake that brought the city to an end. I'm approaching the city of Termessos in a way that I'm actually supposed to, through an...
Oh, that's amazing. He actually went there, and I appreciate that, man. Max respect. Let me give you... So he's approaching the city. Wonderful. I want to give you a little extra context, though. Let me open a tab and let me do Turkey map. Okay, so for context, this is Turkey. The northern part that touches the Black Sea in period would have been called Pontus. The southern part, this section here that will then become a province and all that, was called Kilikia. What we are talking about now is the western part, which incorporates a region called Pisidian. So this is a Pisidian city. Please.
A necropolis. The ancient Romans organized their cemeteries in a manner that may seem strange to us.
Yeah, the entrance.
For them, the memory of their dead ancestors was a thing to always remember, to be proud of, and to display. So this is the main road entering the city. In every decent Roman city, before you would enter the gate, you'd see an image like this. Sarcophagi and tombs line up on both sides of the road, sometimes in multiple rows and levels. Together, they form an ensemble, something like a big common facade of a street, introducing the visitors to the city.
Man, this is an amazing video.
This was architecture of high status and high ambition. A lot of work was put here. Look, this whole sarcophagus is built out of a single monolithic stone block. Imagine all the work that went into the carving.
Yeah.
The outer surface is done in a very clean finish, and the inner side would be only visible to the buried, so it's a bit more rough. We can see the tool marks. Well, at least they made a little pillow here. Another gorgeous tomb. The lower part, the base, remains, and the upper part, which must have been huge, has collapsed.
Yeah, the earthquake.
The remnants, however, are shattered all around in the bushes, so we can have a pretty good idea how the upper part must have looked like. And I can tell you this should have been the most beautiful tomb in the whole necropolis.
One thing I wanted to add when he was talking about the entrance of Roman cities like that is that there is, I didn't want to interrupt him too much because I know that I can be annoying like that. that would be something that even would happen if you entered a Roman villa or a Roman private property. So you enter a Roman house, particularly if there are people of status, then you will be greeted by symbols, statues, and even masks representing their ancestors. So the Romans had a very strong connection with their ancestors, which kind of went beyond religion. It wasn't just religious, it was, but it was also cultural, social, and it bled into the political sphere as well. It is a very complex topic, the aspect of the connection that the Romans had with their ancestors. And I think it's something that would require, you know what I'm about to say, a dedicated, okay.
Just have a look what's lying around. Here is a pedestal of a column, rectangular and then octagonal.
That would have been painted.
They're all here around in the bushes. Here they are, and the columns were spiraled.
Maybe you can even see, I don't know if that's, no, I wonder if that's actually remnant pigment, still a little bit of the original pigmentation, or if it's just dirt and vegetation growing on it. An analysis would be able to tell you that right away. I mean, on the one on the left, it's clearly vegetation, but this one on the right, I wonder if some of this may be like underneath here, if some of this may be some paint that was preserved. And if so, it would be phenomenal to see what colors they chose.
That must have looked fantastic. And then there were even full-scale statues on this tomb.
Right.
So it must have belonged to some very wealthy or notable person.
Upper echelon, for sure.
Here is another massive tomb that must have belonged to a whole family. On the left side, we see the gorgeous lion relief. On the other side, something symmetrical was supposed to be carved. We can see that the sculptor just started working here. Probably he intended to make another lion relief. We'll never know what happened here, what stopped this relief from being finished.
Right.
Maybe the family ran out of money, or probably it was this very catastrophic
earthquake
that happened at this moment. But for the last 2,000 years, this part of the tomb remains unfinished. Now let's enter the city gates. I'm friendly, so I go in with no trouble, but any ancient aggressor would face impenetrable defenses here. So on one side of the road, we have the mountain canyon.
Right.
On the other, there goes a fortress wall, and for the last 20-ish meters, the fortress wall forms a very narrow pocket just next to the gate, so
look
an
at that.
attacker would face huge problems here.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And this is just the uppermost level of the fortifications. There are at least 2 more down below, so this incomparable level of fortifications is the reason why even Alexander the Great didn't assault the city as he usually did, but preferred just to pass it.
This guy is awesome, by the way. He's fantastic. I don't even know what are people thinking. I mean, look at this. He has 3,000 subscribers, but this video of his got him fantastic views. Why aren't people subscribing? I'm going to subscribe right now. I'm going to subscribe to him. And yeah, look at the comments. I mean, people really liked him. So yeah, I suggest you to check him out and subscribe, because this was, he posted, his last video was posted, you know, credit where credit is due. His last video was posted, man, I can't read it, 4 days ago. So he's still publishing, and I really wish him a lot of success. Oh, he has 66 videos. So where are all the others? Maybe he changed topic? Oh, a lot of them are shorts.